ACT 6 is, so when you're looking at this, you have the two parallel lines cut by the transversal. You don't really need to know the angles, but you need to know that these two are going to be congruent, and then these two will be congruent. All the way around will be 360. So I need two small angles and two large angles. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then I know that the alternate interior angles will be congruent. So these are going to be my small angles. These are going to be my large angles. So the only combination that has two large and two small will be choice F. Okay, the next one you have you have 10 and 8, and you want to find the product of the greatest common factor and the least common multiple. So if I look at 10 and 8, the least common multiple will be 40, and the greatest common factor will be 2. And when I multiply those are 80. Do you guys know how to do that on your calculator?
No.
Probably not. So here we go.
GCF.
So if you take your calculator,
No, GCF is not a common factor.
I'm on a calculating page. I'm going to hit menu, number, and then see how I have least common multiple. I'm going to type that, hit 10, comma, 8, and I get 40. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hit menu, number, and then it says greatest common divisor instead of greatest common factor. And I'm going to do the same thing, 10, comma 8, and I get 2, multiply those two together. Okay, the next one you have a virus. It starts with 10 people on January 1st. You want to know how long it takes the entire town to be infected after, which is 1,000 people. So I think the easiest way is, and it doubles every 3 days. So you start with 10, then you probably do 20, 40, 80, 160, 320, 640, and then 1280. So somewhere in between here is when you're going to hit that 1,000 people. This is January 1st, and it happens every 3 days. So this column is going to add 3. So this will be 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, and 21. Oh, bad math. 22. So I'm going to guess about January 21st is when I'm going to hit the 1,000 people.
Yeah, I don't know why I would put that in.
Okay, the next one, you have a washing machine. The normal cycle lasts 45 minutes. The white cycle takes 70 minutes. What fraction of the length of the white cycle is the length of the normal cycle? So if you're following that whole is up, you remember the is up, you learn percentages?
I don't think so.
You should do 45 and divide by 70 in lowest terms. It's going to be 9/14. But as soon as I say it wants to know what fraction of the length of the white cycles, as soon as I hear that of, that means the 70 has to go in the denominator. 5/6 of y is added to 1/3 of y. What is the end result of the fraction of y? You're just going to add the 5/6 to the 1/3. I'm assuming most of you are doing this in your calculator.
No.
You get 7/6. Well, I guess you guys will do it. Cool. And the last one, it says the figure below, what percentage of the total area of the circle is the equilateral triangle? 2 ways you can do this the hard way. Let's do the hard way first. So the hard way is if I do the area of the circle is pi r squared, the radius is 4, so the area of the circle is 16 pi. So my denominator is going to be 16 pi. Then to find the area of the equilateral triangle, poorly drawn, this is 4 because that's my radius, which means that each one of these little guys is 2. Yes? This is also a radius, so this is 4. And then to find this, I realize that this is a 60-degree angle. This I just made a right angle. This is a 30, knowing my 30, 60, 90 proportions. I know that this is 2 times the square root of 3. So then the area of the triangle is 1/2 the base, which is 4, times the height, which is 2 times the square root of 3. When I do all that, I get 4 times the square root of 3. I'm going to do 4 times the square root of 3 over 16 pi. To change it into a decimal, which is percent, and the closest one I believe is 14%. But let's say I'm running out of time, like some people are running out of time, and I can't do all that math. If I just had the sector, in other words, if I had this chunk of the pie, this whole thing, what fractional part of the circle would that be? Well, that would be 60. that would be 60 out of 360,
Oh, yeah.
which would be 1/6, which is approximately
16.6%.
16.6%, which would be about 17%. But I know that it's going to be less than that because I'm missing that chunk. So my best guess would have been that 14%. And that's the way I would have done it if I was running out. Yes.